Today is a big day for my home coffee bar setup. After 2 years of hand grinding my espresso with a J-Max hand grinder, today we're going to open this up. I got the new DF83V V3, and they made a couple updates since the V2 version, so we're going to unbox this thing together and see what it's all about. Let's go. You know, opening new things as an adult is kind of like Christmas, but you can literally do it any day of the year. This is a little more challenging to do on camera than I expected. All right. Ooh, catch cup in the top here. That's in there. All right. Little cleaning brush. I'll get that out later. The bellows. Extra spring and a couple of Allen keys. This grinder definitely has some heft to it. I think it weighs around 20 pounds, 25 pounds, something like that. All right. Okay, so we got it out of the box, and we can see it is the V3 version, which has this new knocker mechanism on the side, so that's exciting. This one has the red titanium espresso burrs in it, so yeah, first impressions. Has really a nice weight to it. It's not going to be moving around while you're utilizing it, and yeah, this is everything I hoped it would be for the price point. Not that there aren't better grinders out there. Obviously there are. I would love to have a Zerno Z2, but yeah, my progression has been upgrading things over time. You know, as I can afford it, and you know, just increasing the quality of the equipment. And this is definitely going to be a step up from hand grinding with the J-Max. Now, obviously flat burrs, conical, two different things, and I'm now excited to have both options, right? But I couldn't grind super light roasted beans with, or really anything past medium light with that J-Max hand grinder for espresso. The beans are just too dense. So very excited to have something with much larger flat burrs, and that we can hopefully make some light roast espresso with. All right. Couple things I'm noticing right off the bat here. Obviously, V3 does have that knocker mechanism. The chute is non-removable now, so that's fixed in place compared to the previous version, and you have this integrated knocker mechanism. So I guess we'll see how that works out long term as far as cleaning it is concerned. Other thing that I noticed that they did on the V3 is the previous versions had a silver sticker for your 0 point indicator, and they have now changed that up with a little graphic sticker. Can't say that I love that one, but yeah, I guess you could always print your own sticker, find something that you do like, and put it on there, which is potentially what I'm going to end up doing. Everything else on the outside of this looks pretty much similar to the V2. You've got your speed indicator dial on that side, the rocker switch for main power on the left, and then your start-stop button above that. Let's go ahead and open this up because I want to see the burrs before we fire it up and get it all dirty. So we're just going to go all the way coarse and then spin this front ring off, or the front burr carrier. All right, that is definitely a little greasy. Yeah, so what they did with this V3 as well is the old version had a single key notch in the bottom here that would keep the burr carrier fixed in place. And this V3 version now has 4 pins that inside of here that the non-rotating burr carrier sits on. They also mentioned that they changed the diameter of the feeding auger. I don't really know what significance that had. Maybe the old one just wasn't functioning as well as it possibly could. So again, we got the red titanium espresso burr set in there. And I'm going to slap these back in and we'll give it a test. Want to be careful not to cross thread that. And the rotation of the dial on the front, heard some different reviews on that, watching various videos. I think it's actually got the right amount of tension. I mean, it definitely stays in place, but it's not difficult to turn. Let's set it on 20 for our first grind here. And plug it in. Get our catch kept in place. It does have a magnet on the bottom and a little piece of foam around that magnet, but there's not foam on the bottom itself, so you can hear it's kind of loud whenever it slides across that thing. I might put something else on the bottom of that. Okay. Have some old Lavazza Crema de Aroma beans that I'm not a huge fan of these. They'll be good to just run through it. A little heavy on the Robusta for me. All right. 16.5 grams there. Got the main power on. Let's see what our RPM is set to. It's at 1,000 out of the box. Let's just fire it up and see what it sounds like. Okay. It might sound loud on the microphone. It's actually very, very quiet compared to other grinders. I've had a Eureka Minion, and that one, not so quiet. Also has very high retention if you use it in a flat orientation, and I never had bellows for that one, so I just used the hopper that it came with. And it would retain about 4 or 5 grams of coffee inside of it, so not ideal if you like switching beans. And there's 1,600 RPM. Let's go with 1,200 for our first grind, see what happens here. Right. Yep, that definitely gets some out. Not really seeing anything on the knocker. Other thing I forgot. With my hand grinders, I always do RDT. So yeah, forgot to spray those. That's all right. Let's see what we got out of it. Go ahead and turn that off so it's not going in the background. And we're at 16. I think I said I started with 16.5. So yeah, probably not surprising without giving it a little spritz. I'm not seeing anything else coming out of there, so that's pretty close to probably what we're going to use for espresso grind. Let me get something to put this in. All right. Let's try another one with the RDT. $16 grams. Let's give this one a spritz. Nice. Still at 1200 on this one. Let's take those bellows off from there. It's kind of hard to get that wood lid off of there. And I should have zeroed my cup first. That would have made it a lot easier. And we got 16.1. So I think that one might have grabbed some of those previous grinds that had been in there. So nice. Definitely the RDT is the way to go. I completely forgot to do that on that first set. All right, well, let's get this grinder in its place on the counter over there, and we'll go ahead and make a first shot with it. All right, let's make some espresso. I'm gonna go with 16 grams here. $16.1, that'll work. Well, almost out of water. Let's hot start this thing. Let's test it again. See how much we get out. Okay, so a few grinds come out of the chute there with the knocker, so that works. And we are at 16.2, so I guess we got a touch of some of the beans that were previously in there. Let's get this ready to go here. That's kind of noisy. All right, I'll switch the camera angle so you can watch the shot. Let's get a quick flush here. Get us a cup. And let's see what we got. A little bit slow. We got 32 out in about 34 on the machine, 32 on the scale. Pretty close. Could open it up just a little bit. Thanks for joining me on the unboxing of the DF83V V3. My initial impressions of the Espresso on this, definitely a lot more clarity than the conical burrs as I was expecting. And yeah, I'm excited to keep dialing in different coffees that I enjoy and comparing and contrasting the conical burr hand grind of the J-Max to what we're getting out of this new DF83. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know any questions that you have on this DF83 grinder, and I'll be happy to make another video and answer those for y'all.